Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm Stacy, and today we are going to be painting this cute little bird scene on 140-pound cold press watercolor paper. It is Artist Loft brand. I get it at Michael's craft store fairly inexpensively. Just got 2 pads of this size. I'll just go ahead and show you what it looks like. 30 sheets for each one for, I believe, 12 bucks a pad. Buy one, get one. So, super good deal there. So I have lots of watercolor paper now. And I have out my new set of Derwent Pastel Shades paint pan set. This is what the colors look like all swatched out. And I didn't film swatching them out. This is what the little swatch that comes with it looks like. So, I mean, you're going to want to swatch these on paper that you are going to normally use them on, so you get a better understanding, because they're not quite this vibrant or intense, or I don't know, it just doesn't look right. So I keep this in here as well, so we have an idea of what those look like. And then I also have my Graphitints paint pocket set, which I thought we would use these two together to do this painting. Yeah, super excited. I sketched it all out with my mechanical pencil. Nothing fancy, just a HB mechanical pencil. 0.5, my kneaded eraser, and I have out my regular paintbrushes that I use for most of my watercolor paintings. My round Princeton Neptune number 18 and my round Princeton Neptune number 8. If I feel like I need to, I'll grab a smaller brush later for tinier details, but for now, we're going to start with these guys, and I'm going to go in sections so that I don't get the paper too wet, because I tend to work really wet. And I don't want to do that with this painting. I have a rag to keep things under control. I am, although, going to spritz my paints. There we go. And I think I want to start, maybe we could start with her birds. What do you say? Drop some color in on our little bird dudes. Get them, by the time the color on one dries, the other, it'll be safe to work in that area again. Well, these are little bluebirds, and I put in some distant leaf shapes and some butterflies just to make it fun and interesting, to give us a little bit of space to play with the colors. I wanted this to be a fairly large painting to really have a, I haven't used these together in a piece yet, or even on their own to create a piece. I've only used them with other mediums. Well, the Graphitints ones. The pastel tints are brand spanking new. We're going to go into that, as a matter of fact. We're going to grab our cornflower, and I'm going to just lay it on. Ooh. It kind of stays where you put it, which I wasn't expecting. Doesn't really bleed around a whole lot, but that's okay. It just tells me what I need to know about the paint, right? We can go ahead and put a little orchid pink in there for just some visual interest, so that they're very pretty birds. It's going to glare for a bit because I'm straight down on the palette. Go ahead and get some blue on this guy. Little dots. And these little soap bubbly dots actually leave quite a lot of texture. So I'm going to kind of roll with that. I kind of like that. We'll see how it dries and go over it later if we need to. A little purple on him as well, why not? Get down in that tail a little bit. Maybe just a touch of purple on the underbellies. Go right over those branches. Get our bird really blocked in quite nicely. At the top of his little head with some more pure color, like that. And we'll let that dry, and we can come in later and get in some details. Let's do a little bit of indigo, maybe? Touch of indigo and a touch of gray. And kind of block in our little tails as well. I'm not going for exact at this particular point. I don't know how much detail I want to put into this piece. I mostly want it to be a loose, kind of fun, free piece. Just playing around with the colors, see what they do with each other on the page, see how they interact. Yeah, I kind of dig that. Okay, let's get some blue on this guy. Down to about there. Just block it all in. There's a little white spot there that I forgot about. That's alright. Let's see how that does. It's a little wet. Let's blot. Alright, I'm going to switch from the big brush for a while. It seems to be a bit too much. Get his cap in. A little dark there. We'll put a little dark under his chin. Get back over there. The paper buckled a little bit. See all those little foamy bubble spots? I don't know if that's the paint, like it, if it's supposed to do that. I'm going to go with a different purple to add some. We'll go with lavender for these guys. Put a little lavender on his cheek, under that eye, next to these wings. Yeah, he's pretty. I may go in and put in an additional layer. We'll see how I feel after I get all the blue dropped on. Go up into that tail, around that face, into that. There we go. Okay, I'll grab some of that indigo gray and put it on the tips of his little wings. That. Let it kind of blend in a bit. And I did forget to leave that little white spot on his wing right there. That's okay. I'm gonna do that. Ta-da! And then his little teensy tail. Kind of using the texture of the brush to get some feathery feels. Right? Which is fun. Like that. Put a little lavender on him as well. Mostly on his little back though. It's very sudsy. I don't know if that's because I'm using too much water Or what? We'll let it dry and see what happens. See the different textures it gives you? Kind of dig it. I'm going to have to re-wet this guy a little bit. Did I have any of his tail visible? No. His tummy is white. Whoops, that's a little too dark for the piece. I don't want to get too carried away with our darks. A little dark there. A little feathering. Some little bit of dark right there. There we go. Yes? Yeah. Super cute. Super cute. Go ahead and do another dash on these. Okay. Let's get this guy in. Let's blot some of that excess water. Try again. There we go. And just kind of, well, I don't get as many soap bubbles when I'm more gentle with the application and not jabbing about. Goes down a little smoother. Like that. Good. And let's put some peach in him. Everybody gets a little sass. Maybe we'll put a little peach in this one too, just so that it's not only in one spot. There we go. I like it. Not really digging all those pops of bubbles right there though. Just tap them. Maybe they'll dry a little better. There we go. Okay. A little more blue on the back of him. Yeah. Okay. Now let's get in our little bit of tail feather situation. Through there. Don't forget our little wing back here. And once again, I forgot that white spot, but that's alright. Not gonna win them all. A little bit of shadowing on his tummy, like that. I might come in later and do some line work on the piece as well. We'll see how that goes. I want my butterflies to be kind of yellow and green, kind of bright. Yeah, this yellow in this set is really pretty. Let's go over here and get, ooh, a wet on dry application is nice too. Look at that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, where did I put my other butterfly? Where are you, little buddy? Oh, here he is. A few butterflies like that. And then, let's grab a little extra yellow. Like that. Okay, and then the mint, too bright? I don't think so. I think that's pretty. We can go ahead and put a little bit of mint coloring here and there, like that. Those little dots, maybe little bits, because this is kind of a whimsical piece. I'm not looking for it to be like an epic finished piece. I'm shooting for whimsical and fancy free, just to play and have some fun with my paints. It's kind of loose, and maybe this bigger guy has bolder markings like that. Let's get in there with a little more yellow. Right in there. Give him a little yellow-green feel down here. And through there. So that he looks a little dimensional. I dig it. Okay. There's our butterflies. Now we need to kind of pull it together a little bit with background. Let's gently do a little section of background area and see how it goes. Remember, I don't want to get the paper too wet, just damp. And then go in with greens here and there. Maybe this autumn brown. Ooh, that's really pretty. I like that. Now this green is a little close to that, right? I'll put in some of the other greens. What do I have here? I have a slate green. Ooh, yeah, there we go. That's more of an olivey kind of color. Kind of dig the textures. Like that. Is that going to be too much? Too busy? I don't know. Maybe we'll soften it and mute it out. And then when we come over and do the branches and the actual leaves, it won't be so overpowering, right? Everything will pop off the page a little bit. Grab some other colors. And grab some more of that green. And these are kind of granulaty. They're very, we can put in a little bit of blue. I don't know. Let's put in a little bit of this turquoise up here, maybe. Thin. To suggest sky. Just a little tint behind them back there. A little tint. Maybe a little more. And then maybe some here. Through there. What do you think? Is that a good idea? Yeah, I dig that. This side can be more towards the turquoise. Like that. That soft, muddy turquoise color. And into our little bits of green. Which will come over and fine tune these leaves as well. Not all of them, just a couple of them. Up here. Yeah, alright. Whimsical. Remember, light, loose, whimsy. Maybe a little bit of russet up here as well. Indication of muted leaves back there. Maybe. Maybe. Well, we won't know until it dries, right? If we like it. I think turquoise. Ooh, it's a little deep in the turquoise, but that's alright. We can always lift it up a bit. Like that. Yeah. A little muddy. Maybe if we blot. There we go. Got a little too much brown going on. A bit of turquoise. There we go. Kind of having a lot of fun actually. Just throwing color around on the page. It's a lot of fun. It's very freeing and relaxing all at the same time. How's that? It's a little busy, but that's okay. I don't mind busy. Alright, let's dry that brush. Should we dry our paper real quick? I feel like I should dry the paper real quick. I'm actually getting very excited about this piece. Alright, I'll edit this out. Okay guys, I think we can do the finishing like bits. Let's do the branches. This is kind of a purpley color, but I'm gonna start with it anyways. And I'm gonna work wet on dry. Kind of just go through and drop them in like that. Maybe put in a little bit of this color. Is this that gold color? Yeah, that's that golden brown. Oops, Whoopsie daisy. There we go. I'll skim this over the top like that. Let's grab some of the mud, some of this golden color there. Okay. And just maybe a little extra tint. There we go. A little heavier application of the paint on the wood, like that, just to give it some interest and some texture, make it look more 3D-ish. Grab some of that reddish color, pull that in. Pull that up behind that tail. Like that. Just keep on keeping on. Around that tail there. We've got light color over the top of that. Can be lighter up here. Drop in a little more solid color right through here, through there, and there. Gnarled dry twigs and branches and stems. Excuse me, sorry. That, yeah, it's cute. Trying to remember to stay relaxed and whimsical with it a little bit. A little less exacting and perfect. Okay. Get the end of this twig there. Okay. Yeah. I dig it. Just a little bit of dark on that one. Okay. Hello. Let's come in and get this branch that's up under these leaves. Comes up under this leaf. Right there. Kind of it's tiny going up like that. Less detailed, right? Drop in a little of this green gold color as well. Okay. Come over here. Get in this guy. Like that. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm kind of digging this. Alright. Alright, let's put in our details on our birds. I think I need a smaller brush for that though. Let's do this guy. This is a Princeton Heritage round number 2. I'm going to go ahead and get, I think, deep indigo. Go ahead and put in their eyes, some of the little bits of detail here and there. Okay. I'm going to bring whimsical, shooting for whimsy. Some cute directions, right? Okay. Use a little bit of that mud color for the feet instead of straight black or indigo. There we go. so that it looks like they have legs, but it doesn't stand out like super dark, was my thought. I want there to look like there's teensy little feet hanging on. But we don't want them like popping off the page, because then it would look weird. That. Okay. Grab some more of our indigo. Come up here and get his little beacon. Like that. Wet that a little bit. So I have more of a point before I go trying to drop in this eye. There we go. Cute. Cute, cute. Whoops. Got a little carried away. There. This one's chattering at that one, as they do. Birds are chattery little things. And this one. There. Get his little eye in. Like that. Do a little bit of detailing on those tail feathers. Not a lot, just a little indication. Like that. Comes up a little too far there. Just blot it out a little bit. Good. Okay. I think I'm going to go to bed and let this sit overnight and see if I like it better in the morning with or without obvious line work. You know what I mean? Let's put in a little bit of antenna work for flutterbys, a little bit of body, leg, head. I mean, you probably should have a little bit of something going on. Okay. How's that look so far? I forgot to do the leaves. Let's pop those in real quick. I only wanted to do this one here is drawn in pretty detailed. So I'm gonna go ahead and wet it like that. Drop in some definitive autumn-like colors on it, like that. And grab some of this yellow as well, put that in there. That brown kind of muted that yellow, but it's playing really nicely together. So I'm digging it. And then we can maybe make this one down here more prevalent. Dark, and then let's see, the autumn brown is nice, but I think I'm going to go with a little bit of peach mixed in here to see if it'll tone that brown down a little bit. I need more water. There we go. Go ahead and put the peach down nice and heavy. There we go. Do we like that? Maybe touches of yellow as well. We can come in tomorrow morning too with additional yellow if we need it. Okay. And maybe plop in a little yellow there. Yeah, that's pretty. Kind of balancing things out a little bit. Pretty. Okay. Now this leaf back here, I drew in pretty detailed as well. So maybe we'll take this pink color and give it a reddish cast. Some orange in it, maybe. And then that little bit of orange we put on both of those birds will kind of make a little bit of sense too, visually. You don't realize it when you're really looking at it, but yeah, it definitely makes it pop a little bit. The shadows there. Okay. kind of like that splash of pink. I'm going to put a little more on him. Yeah, I like that. Put a little bit of pink here. Muted and kind of fadey. Less detailed. There we go. Okay. Huh. Who knew? Who knew I was going to have so much fun doing such a loose, spontaneous kind of piece? I'm really digging it. A little bit of interest going on over here. Drop in some of that orangey color, a little bit of pink. There. Alright. I'm going to leave it alone for the evening. Let it dry completely, and in the morning I'm going to assess if I want to put in more details or if I kind of like it the way it is right now. I can't tell where I want to. I might put a little more blue on each of them, maybe. Just in spots to make them pop more. Yeah. That feels like it might be right. But for right now, I'm going to leave it alone, and I will see you guys shortly, but, you know, for me, it'll be several hours. Hi, guys. It is the next morning, and I am super happy with this. It's soft and whimsical, and pretty much looks exactly the way I wanted it to. I like that I can see the pencil work, and I like that it's kind of, I don't know, it feels magical and mystical to me. I don't feel like I want to do any extra work on it. I know I could refine it and make it more realistic, but that's not what I was going for. So we're going to go ahead and gently peel our tape. I'm going to try and save the tape to use on the next big piece that I'm going to do, which is going to be later today. Super excited. I have plans. Go ahead and pop off all of our tape. Move our eraser out of the way. This side. This tape I got at the dollar store. It's really doing a good job. Look at that. Comes right off. Didn't hurt my paper. Held it down pretty well. I mean, it could be a little tackier to stick to the table, but that's alright. So this is using strictly my Derwent sets, which is nice, and I don't know, I just really am loving it. It feels very, I don't know, magical, fairy tale, whimsical. Look at all the colors, how bright they are, vibrant, and they play well together. My little butterflies, they turned out pretty cute too. Yeah, what do you guys think of this one? I really enjoyed painting it. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and yeah, don't forget to leave a comment, like and subscribe if you're new. I'd love for you to stick around. We do paintings like this, well, not exactly like this, but we do paintings, Watercolor Wednesdays every Wednesday, and yeah, I will see everybody in the next video. Bye!